Now, I know it may not look it based on all these games you see, but I promise you from time to time we do actually play board games.
We do indeed. This is going to be our shelf of shame.
Oh, opportunity.
Shame. We like the shame.
Now, that's right. We have all these games that have come in, some recently, some not
very
so
recently,
that we have not had a chance to play yet, but we want to quickly talk about all of them, give you an update on the shelf of opportunity, and let's just get right to it. All right, so I think we should jump right into it. We have a lot of games. A lot of things are often sent by publishers. We'll let you know which ones of those apply here and what we kind of think about it. So first up is Galileo Project, sent to us by the publisher. This is a follow-up to like Ganymede, which is a really kind of cool engine building, I think pick up and deliver kind of ish game. This is one that based off of Ganymede alone and how much specifically Shay from RTFM
loves
show
Ganymede,
loves Ganymede. I got super excited for Galileo Project, and it's just got like a super cool cover.
It's got this really cool like kind of
like poker chips and stuff.
It's got this really cool kind of like geometric art look into it. It's very cool. Again, Ganymede was awesome, and Galileo seems even cooler.
It's a dense box too. They packed a lot into there. So that's Galileo Project.
Interesting. Yep.
Boom. Next up, we got Backyard Chicken.
Shouts out to Don Gilstrap.
Don Gilstrap designed this with their son Adrian, and this is like a passion project about raising chickens, which I believe in real life they do.
I think so. Yeah.
They raise chickens and stuff, and so they made this game and self-published. And I'm ashamed to say that we got this at Dice Tower West 2022, and we have not got to it. But Don, Adrian, we absolutely will.
We are planning on playing this soon.
It's a deck building game. It's got adorable chicken art and stuff, and you're kind of feeding your chickens and bringing them to prosperity, make sure they're watered and stuff. I love the theme of Backyard Chickens. Really looking forward to getting to that.
Shouts out to Don, indeed.
Shouts out. Boom. We have a couple of Lord of the Rings items.
We do.
Which I'm a little, again,
to be fair,
ashamed that we haven't gotten
People
to.
give them to us, and we got this one. I think Matthew sent us this one.
Yes, I believe so. This was a gift, and it's the Exit the Game Lord of the Rings edition.
The problem is I don't like Exit the Game.
Nick is not a fan of Exit games, but he is a fan of Lord of the Rings.
Indeed.
I like Exit games, and I love Lord of the Rings, so I feel like you, me, Chaz, and Rosie, our other siblings, would honestly have a ball playing this, even though Exit games are not your favorite.
Yes, I do want to. One of the reasons why we haven't played, because I want to specifically play it with our brother and sister.
That's why it's on the list. It's like this is going to be a specific event. We'll loop Karen in as well, and just kind of have an evening when we're all together. It just doesn't happen that often. So maybe over the summer.
They don't live near us. So,
we'll get to that. This is Wicked and Wise.
This is a trick-taking game by Fortessa, and this was sent to us by Weird Giraffe Games.
Thank you, Weird Giraffe.
And it's a trick-taking game where it seems very, very interesting. You're either playing like dragons or is it mice?
Yes.
Yes.
And depending on the player count, you might have certain amount of players are mice and dragons, and it kind of changes depending on the player count you're playing. And there's all sorts of stuff where, like, I think the mice, if you lose, you get to make use of the powers on their cards. It seems super duper interesting, and especially a game that might actually work, a trick-taking game that work well at 2, which is not always the case. So I do want to try it at 2, but I know that this will be better at a like game night where you can have like probably 4 players. So I'm kind of waiting for that as well, because I know that'll probably still be the ideal way to play this game.
As it usually is.
But you're kind of on teams and stuff, which is always kind of interesting.
It's really, really good. So I'm really excited.
Best Mobile Art. Come on now.
Come on. What are you gonna do?
Boom.
What are you gonna do? Boom.
We got a couple of items from DeVere recently, which I'm super excited to try.
Silver Snake Force, which I don't actually know much about Silver Snake.
This is like a card-laying game. I don't know if it's Sabernake or that's why I assume it is, but you're laying out cards which create pathways, and you're trying to feed animals. You're trying to get animals fed, so based on the cards you're playing, you'll have different food items and stuff, and you want to make the kind of, for each of the animals, which will be at the end of a path, you want to make like the most lucrative path possible for them. But as you're working, placing cards, you're making converging stuff. You're trying to make it lucrative for all the animals you have. As you're preparing for winter. This is Bamboo. This is in a spiritual line that includes Bitoku.
It's in the Bitoku-verse.
Yeah, it's in the Bitoku extended universe.
Yes. I've been hearing great... Speaking of Don Gilstrap, who designed Backyard Chickens, I was talking to him about Bamboo at Dice Tower West, and he really likes it. I really want to play it.
Yeah, it's like this small game package, but it has some beefy gameplay for it, which makes me super excited. Because I'm like, if you can put a rowdy amount of game into a box this size... I'm gonna be excited.
Yeah, Bamboo, we gotta get played soon.
This is high up on the list of gotta get done.
Gotta get done. So that's a little bit of DeVere stuff.
Boom. So I was bored in a Barnes & Noble and I bought bottom of the 9th. Here's the thing, Nick. I love baseball.
Yes, you do.
This is a baseball dice checking game that you can solo.
Yep.
and I've seen it in Barnes & Noble forever. From what I've gathered and stuff, I don't think it's a great game.
I've heard it's fine.
But I think it's fine, and it was on discount for like $5. It was ridiculously cheap, and I was wandering around with Logan while my wife was at a conference, a work conference.
Oh, this is when you're out in Palm Springs.
And I was like, I'm gonna solo this. I have not played it, as you can see. It's on our Shelf of Opportunity video, but I want to, because I love baseball, and baseball season's upon us, man. I could play this while watching a baseball game.
We could. I've always wanted to play that one, because I've always heard it's just a classic. It's been around for a long time, yeah.
You know what, man?
What?
There's a lot of unmatched out there.
There is.
And in fact, in the time that I was in Europe, these came in. So we have not had a chance to play these new characters. We always cover each unmatched set as it comes out.
We will still be covering these.
So we'll do full playthroughs of both of these sets individually. They are new sets in the Marvel kind of line of unmatched games that each come with a trio of characters. I guess this one technically has 4 characters. Because you have Cloak and Dagger, you have Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel. This is the Teen Spirit, all the youngsters and stuff.
Indeed, and this is for King and Country, which is what? It's Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Black Panther.
Super stoked.
So yeah, super. So we haven't had a chance to play these yet because we got these while Mike was out of town for like a month, basically.
Haven't been here,
So we will be doing coverage for these. It's been a very busy month for us. We haven't had a chance to, but hopefully in May here we'll do a coverage for both of these. Really want to, including our own unmatched set. We're gonna make a coverage for our own.
Absolutely. So look forward to playthroughs on those.
So really excited to play. Just have not had the chance to, unfortunately.
They've been rocking it. We got a trio of games, actually a few more games than that.
We got a big bundle from 25th Century.
From 25th Century games. So this is Holly Jolly. This is one I'm actually really excited.
It's the trick-taking Christmas one, right?
It's like, I think you're card drafting.
Oh, that's a different one. That's from All Play. I think has the Christmas trick-taking game.
Yes, that's the Ghost of Christmas.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
This one you're decorating a Christmas tree and you're putting various cards down to create the tree. So this is awesome. We got it after Christmas, and I'm not going to lie, this is only ever going to get played in December.
True.
However, I'm really excited to play it this Christmas season. You know, during the holidays, we're getting festive. Maybe on the day that we're decorating our own tree, we'll play some Holly Jolly. It's just very seasonal, which is totally fine. This is Gasha. This is about like those, I guess Gasha, like little coin-operated toy dispensaries.
You get toys in the thing,
which is a really big thing. So it's about, I think, collecting like the cutest little critters and stuff from those Gasha machines.
As you should.
Which is cool.
Why not?
So I'm down.
Game.
And then this one is Oh My Brain, No Pain. It's like a zombie, but like super cutesy zombie animal game. It's got this like really cool kind of box and stuff. I think Foster the Meeple, who kind of inspired us to make this video, by the way, you can see a card up here to their kind of Shelf of Shame update, and they're kind of doing a challenge where they're trying to play through a bunch of their Shelf of Shame games. They've recently talked about this. They have played this one, but I just love the packaging and the adorable kind of like animals trying to eat brains and stuff like that. So
very cute.
That's Oh My Brain.
We got a trio of games by that Praise Be.
Praise Be, Phil Walker Harding.
So Praise Be, Phil Walker Harding has started his own publishing company in Australia, where he's from. Joey Games. They're very kids games, at least as of right now.
Yes, they are family games. They are games for children and families to play together, and they are all educational about Australia. So it's a very much a passion project, very Australia-based, and Phil was kind enough to send these on because Phil is aware that I have a kid. She's a little too young to play board games yet, but
we'll be holding on to these until
so excited to hang on to these. Because Praise Be, you know, he don't miss.
He doesn't miss.
And he knows how to make games that are that great family weight, and so it's cool to see him go a little bit more in like a hobby direction where it's like aiming at kids more specifically, but you know they're going to be fun for adults to play too.
Yeah.
It's not going to be some slog to get through.
Yes.
So we've got Pass the Party Food, Busy Beak, and Scribbly Gum, which are all, again, about Australian things.
Yeah, very, very cool. Love it. Praise Be is the best. Speaking of Praise Be, we have this. So I was at Dice Tower West, and Praise Be sent us a present through someone else who was going to Dice Tower West, and they handed this off. This is Pack of Heroes. This is Phil Walker Harding's one of his first games, and one of the first Kickstarters. It's a little 2-player superhero card dueling game, and they made up all their own superheroes like Pizza Man and stuff. And so we have 2 copies of these, and so we're gonna play it at some point here, probably stream it, and then we'll probably be giving away the other one because there's not very many of these left in the world. So the giveaway will be pretty cool.
Phil was like, "There's like 10 of these."
Yeah.
You know, so that was honestly an amazing,
very cool
amazing gesture
that he sent us. And big shout out to Praise Be because Praise Be just doesn't miss.
It would be cool to see like an early design too.
Yeah, exactly. And so Pack of Heroes, big shout out to Praise Be
Super cool.
for sending that over to us.
This is Ultimate Railroads.
We just got this.
I shattered my wrist lifting that. We just got this
Mikey
in.
splurged and bought himself a
I
present.
splurged on Miniature Market. They had like this spring cleaning sale, and this game is always like $120 because it's all of Russian railroads and then German railroads and all the expansion materials essentially that came for Russian railroads now in one package called Ultimate Railroads.
Yes.
It's very expensive. I've always wanted it, but I'm like, it's too much. And then it was like $40 or $50 off, and I was like, okay. Plus, I had a 15% off coupon. So what I do? Bought other games. But I saved some money on Ultimate Railroads. I'm super excited.
Boom, yeah,
finally
super excited.
Finally,
that's not sure. We've played Russian Railroads, but yeah, I haven't played Ultimate Railroads yet. And
boom,
super excited. We haven't had a chance to play this one yet.
I know. Fort Circle Games was kind enough to send us along because they knew we were interested in votes for women. I'm so excited to try this. Because it's got all those kind of war gamey vibes. It's an event-based card-playing kind of area control game where you have two teams. You have people who are the opposition and the suffragist movement who are trying to ratify the ability for women to vote. And you're going over battleground states and stuff, and you're trying to get individual states to ratify
this amendment,
this amendment and stuff, and to make it legal for women to vote.
I
think it's a very good time for this game to come out, given the direction that we're headed. And I'm super excited, and it's just got like a great look. I love the blue and stuff like that. And
I'm curious because I don't like war games or these kinds of games, but I think this one with the theme will really shine through for me. And so I'm really, really excited to try this. We just haven't had a chance to yet.
Boom. So that's just extra cool. And the thing is, you can co-op it.
You can
play as two suffragists and go against the opposition. Because I don't really want to play as the patriarchy.
That's one thing. Someone's got to play the bad guys, right?
Terrible.
Like it's a war game.
Yeah, but we both play the good guys.
That's true. We could.
This is Mythic Mischief. It's always hard for me to say. This is from Ivy Studios.
They sent us this. Yeah, and so I think we're going to be doing coverage for this at some point. I'm not entirely sure when, but this is like a 2-player abstract game. Oh, sorry, 1 to 4-player, but it's an abstract
game. Super asymmetric.
Yeah, very, very asymmetric game where you're like kids in a high school, but it's like a very fantasy high school. So there's like the troll faction and like the vampires.
Everyone's in their cliques.
Everyone's like their little cliques, and it seems really, really cool. And I know our good friends Paula and Matthew love this game, so I'm really, really excited to try it. We do have this. We also have all like the little expansions, the different factions.
Characters.
Really excited to try Mythic Mischief.
Me too, because for us, like abstract games work really well if there's good theming behind them. So something like Boop, for example, is really fun because it's just cats and stuff. So I'm excited to see if the theme will carry us through on this one to that enjoyment level, because if it's pure abstract game, it's not always going to grab us. But I'm really excited. The production on this one, is really as is typical for Ivy Studios, is insane. So it's super nice.
Bonkers good.
Yeah. Speaking of Ivy Studios, we have Veiled Fate here.
Big old game. This is like
a big old party game, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big deduction
game. Doesn't look like
it. It sure doesn't look like a party game. But it's like a big like social deduction kind of game, but it's really, really big. It's like
I think it plays up to 8.
Plays up to 8, and you really want it at like a higher player count. Again, I think we're gonna try and do a play for this. It'll be a tough one because we're gonna have to bring in a bunch of people to do it. We do want to do a playthrough.
Maybe like a big
this.
live stream or something.
We're gonna do something for it. But yeah, it's a really, really big like I think hidden role. Kind of you're influencing stuff. Big deduction game, but it's in this like huge kind of Dark Tower looking box.
Yeah. It's
and so really interested in this one. Very curious about that because it just seems wild.
Boom. Check that out. What you got on your side, man? That's my stack.
Shout out to David Phillips. We still haven't played this one, David Phillips.
Listen,
I'm very sorry about it.
David
but
Phillips, we're working on it.
2-player games in this size box are very good generally. And Tally Ho, our good friend David Phillips,
Cosmos has crushed this market. They have a ton of
anything in like Lookout Spiel or Cosmos in this size box, I'm here for it.
Great.
Somehow, I don't know how we still haven't played it. We just haven't played it. There's a couple games that just sit there forever, and
it becomes a mental block.
There's a couple more we'll talk about here.
Yeah, I don't.
Tally Ho is gonna be one. We're gonna play this year, David Phillips. I promise.
We're gonna do it because it's your game. We need to get back to you eventually.
Indeed. So I really want to play Tally Ho. It's like you're a hunter, and then otherwise playing the bear, and you're like it's. I don't really know, but it's I really want to try it.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. Of course it is. It's Cosmos.
Plus you can say Tally Ho.
I think you picked this up in PAX.
No, they sent it to us. Okay. Big Potato Games sent this to us. I was very curious because I love the mail in general. I think the United States Postal Service is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like one of like the true.
It's an institution.
It's a service, right?
Yeah.
And it's just awesome. It's been around forever. So they made a game about that, and I'm like, I love it.
Why not? Right?
I don't know why per se, but like, why not? So this is the Great American Mail Race, and you're racing to get the mail delivered across the states and stuff. So this is one I was going to pick up, and then maybe it's sold out, I think, or something at PAX. And then Big Potato reached out and said, hey, do you want to copy this? I said, like, yes, I'm actively looking for it.
Yeah.
We have not gotten to it yet, but thank you to Big Potato. I just love that it's about the mail. I don't know. I think the United States Postal Service are heroes. So
Indeed. Now it's the second Lord of the Rings game that Matthew Jude has given us that we haven't played yet, and this one we're gonna get a lot of hate for. And this is Lord of the Rings: The Confrontation. I know this game is great.
Listen.
Don't add us in the comments. We know. We just haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Listen.
But this is kind of like Stratego.
Yes.
With Lord of the Rings character. Here's the thing. I don't like Stratego, so I'm curious if this is like one of those things like War of the Ring. Like if you put any other theme on War of the Ring, I probably wouldn't like it. But I love War of the Ring because I love Lord of the Rings.
I think the theme will carry you because I'm guessing that like the whole hidden roles and stuff will be interesting to try and find the ring and stuff. And I think it'll be cool.
Cannot wait to play it. Cannot wait to try it. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. But we'll try and play it very, very soon here. Lord of the Rings Confrontation, absolute classic.
We're embarrassed we haven't played it.
Of a two-player game.
But you deserve better than us. You deserve better.
Bit embarrassed about. Yeah,
Foster the Meeple's gonna be mad about that.
Yeah, they're gonna be really pissed off about it.
Listen, if you're gonna add us in the comments, add us with a super comment
or a super
thumb the video up. Leave like a a comment, share it on Facebook. That's how you really stick it to us.
Indeed.
Just do that.
We have not played Destinies yet either.
This is C and Stan specifically, but it stands for all of Destinies.
We have a lot of Destiny stuff. We just haven't had a chance to play it. We're going to be doing coverage, I think, for Destinies, 4 Lucky Duck games at some point, but that hasn't happened yet. So we've been kind of like holding off on playing it until we know what's happening with
Because it's a consumable game. It's a story-driven game. And when you go through, I mean, maybe you'd forget like what happens and stuff. But, it's a once you've consumed it, and that's why they have more material and stuff like that. But it's something I really want to go through because I like these kinds of games.
Yeah, you like them more than me, but I do want to try it. Yeah, I've heard people love Destinies. I do want to give it a shot, try it.
I've heard a lot of good stuff.
Just haven't had a chance to play it yet. We do have a lot of content for it, so I hope we do get a chance to play it. I hope we love it because we have a whole bunch of stuff to get through.
Yeah.
And so that is Destinies.
Destinies.
Speaking of Lucky Duck, have not played this yet, which I'm surprised.
We've done a demo of it. We haven't played a full game, which is again shameful.
This is my Shelfie by that. Praise be. And I think Matthew Dunstan, right? Yes.
Another fellow, Aussie head down there.
This is by Lucky Duck Games. And so we got this one. Really excited to try this one. This is a game where it's kind of like
the toy factor is off the charts in this one.
Yes, you have this
very
big
Connect 4.
3D shelf, and you're putting different things in the shelves. You're putting games in the shelf, books, cats, things like that. And apparently it's a lot puzzlier than it seems.
I was playing around with it the other day and just doing stuff, because you can grab like 1 to 3 tiles on a turn, but they all have to drop into the same column. Connect 4 style, and you are doing different kind of spatial puzzle stuff. Like you want certain elements next to each other in a line or what have you. And actually getting that stuff to line up to score, I could see being incredibly puzzly.
Yes.
Which is a Phil Walker Harding like trademark. Is like easy to understand, light games, puzzly and spatial in nature. So this is a perfect
really excited about
that kind of game
here. Just having a chance to play it again. A lot of this stuff. We got a lot of this stuff while Mike was gone, and haven't had a chance to play as much. Speaking of Shelfies, we got this game, my Shelfie Stacker, rather. Shelfie Stacker, this is by Shem Phillips and Arcus Games, who make like Dreadful Meadows, make really cool games.
Yes.
And this is a game, again, like you're getting cards, and you're essentially making a Shelfie of games and stuff. And Shem Phillips rocks, and all his games rock. And so just haven't had a chance. This is one of the things, I took the rulebook back to my apartment and just have not gotten around to reading it yet. Had this game a little while, just need to play it, just haven't gotten around to it, unfortunately.
We know we're going to love it. We love Shem's work, and Shem is I think part or 1/2 maybe of Arcus now. So,
part owner at least,
So check them out, but this is one of Shem's designs specifically.
Super excited to play that one, because Shem rules. We just got this one in the mail. Holotype.
We just got Holotype, Mesozoic North America.
It's about dinosaurs.
Yeah, this was sent by Brexworks Games, and thank you for sending that on. This is one they were asking if we were interested in, and I was like, I like the era and stuff. Love me some dinosaurs. Light strategy, worker placement game for 2 to 5 players. I'm like, that sounds good. Collecting fossils, conducting research, and publishing your findings. Seems like, kind of like it's not going to be directly comparable, but like a Dinosaur Island and stuff, but more about the science side.
Yes.
That's the vibes I'm getting. I don't honestly know a ton about this one, other than like I would like to try it. So they sent it on. Thank you, Brexworks, for that. We appreciate it.
Indeed. We just got sent this by a lovely follower named Dawson.
Yes.
This is Art Deco. So Dawson sent us this because they were saying that this game came out in 2021.
Yes, it's very new, and I've never heard of it,
never seen it. But Art Deco, it's a deck building game. And Dawson was talking about, like, this is one of the most underrated games on the planet. And they're saying if they had a platform, this would be the game they evangelize the most.
So we're
they
using
sent it to us
our platform to do the
so
thing.
that we can try it out, and then if we like it, we can evangelize it. But
You're
I'm
deck
super
building
excited.
and building a collection of fine art.
You're doing a fine art collecting with deck building, but apparently it's super, super fun. Really excited. Big shout out to Jocelyn for sending this one. We just got it, so we haven't had a chance to look into it more or play it yet, but I'm really excited.
This is crazy. Let us know if you in the comments if you've heard this one, because this one I was like, this
Never
is
heard
new. I have never heard of this game.
Yeah.
Rio Grande, I think, sometimes does that, where they just have games like, when did that happen? They're like, just now. I'm like, what? Did you not tell anyone? What's going on?
Back to Lucky Up.
Boom!
Nomalia, rather.
We played most of a game of this at PAX, and it's super fun.
It's a super interesting game where you have these kind of square cards that have 4 different things on them.
Little
biomes
and
and stuff, and you're putting them and you're kind of stacking them on top of each other and covering up some stuff, and you're scoring them in really interesting ways, because there'll be different scoring kind of things every round.
Yes.
And they changed a lot, but this is a very light game. You can probably break out with most people because it's just a little puzzle. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to play it since we got it, because I think this is one we got while you were gone, and so we got to get it to play, because I really liked our little bit of a demo we had.
The whole, like, deciding how much you cover up, because depending on the round, something that might be valuable before isn't valuable now. It might be valuable again later, so you might want to cover up certain things and kind of play to, like, eke out the most of what you can in the moment.
Yeah.
Super interesting, but then you're covering up stuff, and so anytime you layer things in games is just inherently interesting. Villagers! We got this in the expansion, which just came out for Villagers.
Yep.
This was sent to us by Sinister Fish Games. Thank you for sending that on. This is one that our buddy Jimmy has had for a long time and has really enjoyed. It's a card-playing game. And he's always meant to show it to me, and because he really likes it, and we just haven't gotten around to trying it. And then Sinister Fish reached out and asked if we were interested in the new expansion. I said, yes, please. I have a friend who really loves this game. I've been waiting to try it. Could you send along the base game as well? And they did. So we're super excited to try that. And I think it's Shifting Seasons is the expansion. So hopefully we'll get to that soon, because I think this will be nice. I love just a package. It just seems like a bunch of cards.
Indeed. Oh, you picked this up during the Kickstarter for?
Yes. So
this is Herbalism.
Herbalism, which if you can fish out Geisha's Road there. This came with the our pledge for Hanamakoji Geisha's Road, which is a kind of follow-up to Hanamakoji. It's like 60% the same as Hanamakoji, but definitely a different game, which I'm like, I read the rules and stuff. I was like, oh, this is more different than I thought it was. And then Herbalism, which I honestly don't remember anything about. I think it was an add-on for very cheap or came with this, but we got this as well. So I don't know what this is about.
Really excited for Geisha's Road, though.
A very quick deduction game for 3 to 4 players. So since it's 3 to 4 players, I'm honestly not expecting this to get played soon. However, this is a 2-player game, Geisha's Road, which we will play soon, and I'm very excited for because we've loved Hanamakoji for a long time, and it finally delivered.
We're picking up Burgle Bros at PAX. Fowler's game was kind enough to give this one to us because I played this game a very, very, very long time ago.
I've never played it.
But Mike's never played it, and so
It's 3D? You're building stuff?
Well, no, you're not building up. It's just you're on different floors, but you're not. I don't think you're actually building up.
I think there's a new version where you are.
I think there is. There was a Kickstarter for a bigger one. But Burgle Bros is a really fun cooperative game where you're like breaking into somewhere, you're trying to steal stuff. It was really, really fun. And we've kind of always wanted to play it, and then you particularly have always really wanted to play it. And so we were able to pick up Burgle Bros, but haven't had a chance to get it to the table yet.
Burgle Bros now on BGA.
25th Century sent along Prehistories, which I think there was one day we got this close to playing it, and then something happened, we couldn't play it.
I had learned it,
and
we set it up, and it just didn't happen. And now there's the mental block where I'm like, but it's in prehistoric times, and you're doing laying out polyomino tiles on your little player board and stuff, and drafting tiles, and getting cards and stuff. I love the art. The look of the art is so amazing to me. And we just haven't played it. And now I'm like, I don't know if y'all deal with this where it gets weird and you're like, why haven't I played this? And then it builds up. It's called having anxiety is what that is.
Yeah, go to therapy, folks.
Go to therapy. It's great. But yeah, so now I'm like, I don't know. I just can't play it. I haven't played it yet.
The Wolves by Pandasaurus Games. Really want to try this one. I think we were going to cover this one, and then we ended up not covering it.
Busy in December.
And so just haven't had a chance to play because we were about to play it, and then we're like, oh, let's wait because we might be covering it soon, whatever. So it ended up not getting played, and now it's kind of just sat there for a couple months. But I really want to play Wolves. We're like a pack of wolves. It's got a really beautiful looking board and everything. It seems really, really cool.
Yeah, kind of area control-y stuff, and the way that you're selecting your actions is really interesting. You have these kind of action tiles and stuff, and you're moving your wolf pack around. There's like stray, like lone wolves you can kind of recruit to your team, or you can even like, I can take some of your wolves and I'm more dominant, so they come and join my crew. Super interested in the gameplay on this one, and it looks really cool. Pandasaurus makes very good looking games.
Yeah, they do good looking games. So this is one, Sniper Elite. Really, really want to try Sniper Elite.
There's a good reason for not having played this.
Well, it's kind of a similar thing where we were going to be doing coverage for this, I think, in November, and then we were talking
out very much of this game. And they're like, we don't have any. Please don't cover it yet.
Yeah. So Rebellion Unplugged was like, hey, let's wait. I think they're going to be doing something else with it sometime this year, and so we were like, hey, let's wait until maybe later this year. So we're going to be doing coverage for this at some point. We haven't had a chance to play it yet. We're all geared up to play it. We were going to have Paula over for a playthrough. Still planning on doing that. But it kind of got put on the back burner. But still really want to play Sniper Elite, which is a one versus all game where you're a sniper killing Nazis and stuff. And so, very, very excited to play it. Haven't had a chance to yet, but we will get to that. We also have the expansion.
It's going to happen. You're going to see. It's going to be great.
Our good friend Crookie gave us this one, Space Station Phoenix. I don't know much about this game. I just know he said he liked it and he wanted us to play it, and so he gave it to us.
Engine building stuff, and like it looks cool. I think this one's on Board Game Arena as well. But yeah, aliens have discovered Earth. Financial opportunities are as endless as the galaxy itself. So you're doing engine building stuff in space like you do. And it's got kind of a cool look. Like the boards have these like, I don't know, pentagonal board, not whatever that shape is, some sort of trapezoid sticking off it. The point is it looks neat. So we'll give it a go eventually.
Indeed. Our good friend, this one's heavy, Shebe gave us this one.
RTFM show, go subscribe.
Go subscribe indeed. Imperial Steam. This is a big kind of train game by Capstone. I really want to play it because I do like Capstone games a lot.
Yes.
This is one of those games where I'm just like, it looks like a lot.
It's one of those games that, from what I understand, it's like, you have to get out of the gate well. If you don't get out of the gate well, it's going to be a long day for you.
Right.
And those games can be a little intimidating sometimes because I'm like, well, you're going to suck the first time you play. But I guess we'd suck equally because neither of us know what we're doing.
Right.
So we probably ought to get over it and just give it a go because I like train games. And I think I'll like this. And maybe it'll go good for you. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Time will tell. It is heavy, though. Physically quite a lot.
This game is called Takich Winkelzug.
It's Valdemeister.
Valdemeister. That's what I said.
Valdemeister. This is an abstract game where you're placing out trees. It's kind of, I don't know if it deals with the shade stuff. You want taller trees to kind of shade up the shorter trees and stuff, and you're placing out, building a forest. So this is one that just seems awesome in terms of like the look of it, because it's abstracted trees are just a different color and height of cylinders.
It's got really nice wood pieces.
Pieces and stuff. And so we backed this to support. Cozy Cabin Games.
What is it?
I think it's Cozy
Cabin Games,
from T anyway. Sorry, T, we have failed you. There will be a title here saying your logo, because I want to make sure I get it right. So they are picking this one up and distribute it. So we wanted to support a new publisher, so we bought this one.
Yeah.
And it got delivered around the new year, and I just love the look of it.
Yeah. This is one of the games like I would love to just have it, even if we don't ever really play it.
You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like a something you can have on a coffee table. Looks cool, but I just love the idea that you're like building a forest. I think it's super cool.
Yeah. And then we got one more 25th century game. They sent us a big old box game, Cryptic Cafe here.
Yeah.
Cryptic Cafe is by 25th Century Games, where you're running a cryptid cafe, which is very, very cool. I love cryptids in general, and I love kind of more scary, spooky cryptids, but I also love like really cartoonish cryptids like this, which I think is really, really wonderful. So yeah, we got sent a bunch of stuff from 25th Century. A lot of it we haven't gotten around to yet because we're just been super busy. And so I really want to play Cryptic Cafes because it looks super cute, looks really fun. I think it's kind of like a family weight game. But here's the thing, it's probably good because pretty much all games are good nowadays.
It's gonna be good.
So now last is the Shelf of Shame game for us at this point. We always have one game that lasts for like years, and at this point that is Belfort.
Sorry, Rainer, we should be better.
Rainer.
Oh man, we have no excuse for not having played this game.
Heard it's good. This is a game where you are.
I stickered it and everything.
It's like hit the sticker it though. Marf.
TMG RIP.
But this is a game where you are like you have workers, and your workers are like elves and dwarves, and you're doing like a whole bunch of different stuff. I read like most of the rulebook at one point, but this is one of those games that for some reason at this point we just have this weird mental block on it and just haven't gotten to the table. We've had this game for years at this point.
Know. It's we have no excuses. I'm like, we just need to play it. I've heard it's good. It's this classic at this point. It's been around for a while. It's got this cool like pentagonal board, and you're kind of like trying to control areas of that board, selling your wares, doing stuff. And this collected dust under our coffee table in our last place.
Yeah.
We've lived here. I've lived here for almost 2 years, so it's really been a long time. Rainer, I'm so sorry. You deserve so much better than us. Again, Matthew and Rainer in particular, we failed you bad.
So
we're just so busy. I don't know.
We'll probably do these Shelf of Shame videos like quarterly, just to kind of give an update. We'll see if this one got played. I bet he was going to be here next
Hopefully
month.
some of these are gone by then, but you know, it's what it is. The point is we have lots of games to play. There's always new fun stuff coming in. We also want to play our old games once in a while, so these things happen. I don't think there's any sort of shame that should be associated with how many games you have on the shelf. It's your collection. You do with it what you want.
Exactly.
These are what we have on our Shelf of Opportunity. These are all games I'm honestly super excited to try. Some will get played sooner than later. Belfort will live on our shelf and just be an awesome purple thing. I promise we'll play you someday, but it is not today. So that's it for us, everybody. Again, Foster the Meeple does this, and they're doing a challenge where they're playing through a lot of their games currently, and I love that they kind of just talk openly about, hey, this is what we haven't played, this is what we're excited to try, and on. And so we'll do this quarterly, and go check out Foster the Meeple in the description of this video and the video that they made about their unplayed games.
Yeah, indeed. Until next time, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
We'll see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching that list of our most, I guess, unplayed games. I guess you could put it like that. Thank you so much for watching. I want to give a big shout out to our channel sponsors, Restoration Games, Lucky Duck Games, and Board Game Geek. I want to give a big shout out to you for watching this. Big shout out to Foster the Meeple for inspiring this video. We love y'all. We'll see you later.